Hi everybody, it's Catherine, and today is my second project with the party celebrations, the Christmas part. I've done the bow, and today I'm doing the bell and the plaid. Alright, I'm also using the Choose Happy stamp set for the Ho Ho Ho, and the Everyday Arches for the actual box, part of the box that I constructed. Alright, so the box measures 2.5 by 4 by 1. And it just has a Velcro dot there. And I have 3 caramel candies in there. But you could fit fun size in here, no problem. Mints, whatever you want. It just closes with a little push like that. Now, I did the stamping on the front. You could put stamping on the back, do another one of them for the stamping on the back. But I figured one was enough. Or you could just use DSP. Now, to do this inside part, I just cut another one, a smaller one of the arches. All right, so what we need today, this strip of old olive I used, it's a little over, no, it's a 1/4 inch for the Ho Ho Ho. We needed 2 of the arches that are real red, and they are 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. Okay, so that makes the front and backs of our box. We need a piece of real red cardstock that is 7.5 by 3 3/4. So this is awesome to get rid of your scraps. I didn't have to go and get, for the 2 projects, I didn't have to get a full sheet at all. And some basic white for stamping. Okay, so let me get my Simply Scored. And we're going to start on the 7.5 inch side. Score at 1, 3.5, 4.5, and 7. Turn it to the 3 3/4 inch side and score at 1. All right, now fold and burnish your score lines. Okay, now we have, this is the 1/2 inch rectangle is down here, and there's a 1 inch strip here and here. And this is what we're going to be doing. All right, so we're going to start over here. Go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge this square. Go to the next 2 score lines, cut them to the first score line, and wedge this square. Go to that last score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge up, and then just wedge down on that top piece. And that's it for that. All right, so that's what your cardstock should look like when you're done. All right, I'm going to put some tear and tape on what's left of that 1/2 inch rectangle next to the score line and take the backing off. Okay, now flip over the whole thing, fold over the side with the tape, and then the other side to meet it. And this is our back, so fold this flap down first. All right, now we need our 2 arches, and I'm going to put one on the front and one on the back. So just make sure that your opening is on the top. Try to get them, it hangs over just a little bit on each side, probably a 1/16 of an inch. All right, and then put the other one on the side. Okay, and let's let that sit for a minute while we do our stamping. All right, so first I'm going to start with the Plaid and Mossy Meadow Ink. I'm going to start, this doesn't really match up very easily, but there was 2 strips that I didn't get exact, so I just made sure I put them right in the middle, and it looks like it's supposed to be there. So I'm going to start over here. And I'm going to do this 3 times. It's a little crooked, but we can figure that out. I have a little bit of space there. And it's going downhill, but that's okay. All right. Now we're going to take this arch that is about 2 1/4 by 3 1/2 and put this, see how I made them a little bit crooked, so I'll just make the die a little crooked. And these 2 lines that don't exactly touch, I'm going to center them right 2 in the middle, and then I'm going to cut it out, and I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. All right, now we need some more basic white for the bells, and I'm going to use real red ink, and I'm going to stamp the bells 2 times. And I have to fussy cut these out. Okay, now I'm going to take, now this is totally unnecessary. I strung a piece of gold trim through the bells to look like they were hanging. Totally don't have to do it. You can just glue the bells together and put the bow over the top. But I'm going to take, this is a 1/8 inch hole punch, and I'm going to put it right through that hole that they made. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of gold trim, which I don't think we have any right now, but it's all right. We'll get, I got it 1 year and I've had it for a while. So what I'm going to do, stick it, decide which one you want in the front and put that one on first, and stick it through the both of them. And I'm going to make them kind of staggered like that. So then let me cut off this trim. Leave enough so that you can tie. And I'm just going to tie them together, kind of, not tight, just so that they have a little room to move so I can place them where I want. And then I'll tie a knot above that. See, so we have some room to move in there. And then this one in the front, I'm going to put a dimensional on. Right over there where it's going to touch. And then I'm going to space them how I like it, just like that. Okay, and then this piece here, what we're going to do is just bring it to the back so it just looks like it's still there. And I'm going to put another dimensional right on top to hold it nicely. All right, just like that. I have to clip off a little bit of the dimensional. I didn't put it on good. There we go. And then just clip the backs of these pieces off and we won't see them. So this part is totally unnecessary. You can just stagger them and be done. Okay. So now we have those. And I need the box. Make sure you have the right piece. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze the bottom of the box. I'm going to push in with my fingers and then squeeze with my thumbs. Okay, and that gives us a nice slant for our top. And I'm going to put a 3/8 inch Velcro dot for the closure. Right at the top. Like that. And then squeeze it. Okay. Perfect. All right, now let's put this on with liquid glue. Homemade DSP. Oh, of course, you could use whatever DSP you wanted. But I like how it layers like that. It's pretty. All right, then I'm going to put some more dimensionals and have these about right there. Okay, so take this off. Okay, and then I'm using this new Mossy Meadow and gold trim, which kind of looks Mossy Meadow, but then it also kind of looks old olive. I'm just going to tie a bow. Now this is a little hard. It's not that easy to tie a bow just because it's not double-sided. So I'm going to try to twist it so that both of my loops have nice gold on the outside. I'm going to decide which side I like, and then I'm going to put 2 glue dots and some liquid glue. And I'm going to put this right above the bells. All right, now this one came out a little bit shorter than that one. I prefer the bigger bow, but that's okay. All right, now we're going to squeeze this because this should be dry by now. All right, and then we need our strip, our 1/4-inch strip of old olive. And I'm going to be using Mossy Meadow ink again. And the the ho from She Was Happy. So I'm going to leave a little space and then put ho 3 times. And I'm going to cut the end in a slant like that. And then I'm just going to glue this on. I'm going to put it all the way out to the edge, about 1/2 inch up. All right, and now for the final touch, I'm going to use the Strawberry, Slush, and Pretty in Pink gems, which have kind of a clear ones on the bottom here with gold flecks. So I'm going to put a large one down here, a small one next to the sentiment, and another small one right there. And that is it. I hope you like them. All my info is below. Please subscribe and hit the like button. That helps me out a lot. And I will see you next time. Bye.